The band enters the parade deck. We ask that you refrain from crossing the parade deck or crossing in front of the reviewing area. If you must cross, please go to the far ends. Once you have reached the seating area, we ask that you remain seated, keeping the area directly in front of the bleachers clear. Feel free to take photographs or videos from anywhere in the seating area. We ask that you silence all electronic devices. Please look around you and do not leave any trash. At the conclusion of today's ceremony, we ask that you exit the parade deck behind the bleachers. Thank you. Officially formed in 1921, Marine Band San Diego has thrilled countless millions throughout the world with its inspiring renditions of traditional and contemporary music. Each member of the band has completed recruit training and maintains combat skills, giving true meaning to the title Marine Musicians. Marine Band San Diego is under the leadership of Captain Randall Metzinger, Band Officer, and Master Sergeant Frederick Kern, Bandmaster. Today, the band is led on the march by the Drum Major Gunnery Sergeant Craig Palmer and is under the direction of the enlisted conductor, Sergeant Justin Hamlet. Parade ceremony was provided by Marine Band San Diego, Marine War Recruit Depot, San Diego. The Marine Corps has played an active role in San Diego history ever since the Marines from the sloop of war Cheyenne seized O-Town during the Mexican-American War in 1846. Marines have been stationed at the Recruit Depot since 1921, when most of the buildings to your front were constructed. These buildings, known as the Arcade, were designed by world-famous architect Bertrand Goodhue. The Arcade is among 25 buildings that have qualified for inclusion on the National Register of Historic Places and are outstanding examples of Spanish colonial revival architecture. San Since 1923, more than 1 million Marines have completed their recruit training here at Marine Corps Recruit Depot, San Diego. And since 1950, at Marine Corps Recruit Depot, Paris Island in South Carolina. Regardless of where a Marine attended boot camp, you can rest assured that they receive the toughest, most physically and mentally demanding recruit training offered anywhere in the world. Some individual techniques and methods may have evolved over the years, but the focus and adherence to our core values of honor, courage, and commitment are as strong today as any time in our history. Today, the Marines of Company M accept the responsibility to safeguard this proud tradition as they step forward to join this rich heritage. Ahead of them lie bright futures that will no doubt add to the proud Marine legacy that they now rightfully claim as their own. Private First Class Bruno is a 1-year-old full-blooded English bulldog born in Fallbrook, California on October 22, 2022. He is named after Major General Bruno Oakley, who at the time of his death was the first general officer killed during the Vietnam War. Major General Oakley was also the commanding general of the depot from November of 1963 to February of 1967. General Oakley was awarded the Distinguished Service Medal, the Legion of Merit with Combat V for Valor, the Navy Combination Medal with Gold Star in lieu of Third Award, and the Purple Heart with Gold Star in lieu of Third Award. Private First Class Bruno continues the tradition of a long line of Marine Corps Bulldog mascots dating back to 1921, when Brigadier General Smedley Butler appointed Sergeant Major Jiggs as the first Bulldog mascot for Marine Corps Barracks Quantico. Private First Class Bruno is being escorted by the Office of Communication Strategies and Operations, Corporal Sarah Krakow. Spiritual development plays an important part in the making of a United States Marine. Lieutenant Eliso Morales, Chaplain Corps, United States Navy, will deliver the graduation prayer. Ladies and gentlemen, please rise.
Let us pray. Mighty One, we thank you for your presence here today. We thank you for the young men and women of my company who came in as recruits and are leading as Marines. Through hard work and perseverance, they now join the family ranks of the finest fighting force on earth. Within each and every one of them runs a war-fighting spirit of Marine that never gives up, no matter the odds. May they remember to live with honor and lead by example, always. We thank you for the friends and family who provided support through thoughts, prayers, and letters of encouragement. May they rejoice in this great celebration. We give you thanks for these drill instructors, for they have made Marines. Through leadership, discipline, and sacrifice, they have instilled within each and every one of them the honor, courage, and commitment that is woven into the very fabric of this Corps. It is because of these drill instructors that these new Marines can now live out their great honor traditions to always be faithful, first to fight, and most ready when the nation is least ready. May they enjoy their well-earned rest. Mighty One, we thank you for your presence once again, and as always, we ask that you continue to bless this foreign country. In your holy name we pray. Amen.
Thank you. Please be seated. The Commanding General, Marine Corps Recruit Depot, San Diego, welcomes you to what is a historical event in the life of a Marine, their graduation from boot camp. Approximately 40 weeks each year for the past 100 years, you Marines have departed San Diego for service with units of the Marine Corps around the globe. The primary mission of the Recruit Depot is to provide basic training to recruits enlisted west of the Mississippi, which represents approximately 51% of all applicants in the Marine Corps each year. The depot is also home to Recruiter School and Drill Instructor School. All of our efforts here are geared toward one end, producing America's finest fighting force, the United States Marine Corps. This morning, Company M, 3rd Recruit Training Battalion, Recruit Training Regiment will form and march in the parade. Following up pass and review, the Marines from the Recruit Training Regiment. The Commander Troops is Gunnery Sergeant Grace S. Gomez, and the Parade Adjutant is Staff Sergeant Destiny Dempsey. The marching units are now being called to attention, and the adjutant's command, sound adjutant's call, will begin today's parade. Marching in today's parade are 285 of the graduating Marines from Company M. Among the 285 Marines are 2 Marines who displayed outstanding performances in 2 individually graded events. Private Zachary B. Jones from Platoon 3,275 is the company high shooter, scoring a 333 out of 350. Private Jacob A. Costal from Platoon 3,274 is the most physically fit Marine, scoring a 300 out of 300 on the physical fitness test and a 300 out of 300 on the combat fitness test. They will be receiving awards from the Marine Corps Association and Foundation. Present today is the company honor graduates recruiter, Staff Sergeant Morel Sherman. Also present today is the primary marksmanship instructor with the highest platoon average shooting average, Sergeant Alejandro A. Rivero. Recruit training is comprised of subjects required to produce basic Marines who function effectively in garrison, are trained in rudimentary individual field and combat skills, and practice the personal and professional traits which distinguishes them as Marines. Examples of these traits are discipline, the achievement of self-control and self-awareness which assures respect for authority, instant and willing obedience to orders, and the self-reliance to maintain or improve those traits which exemplify a Marine. Military bearing, consistently demonstrating military presence and personal awareness, as well as the proper wearing and maintenance of uniforms. Esprit de corps, acquiring the common spirit of the Marine Corps that inspires enthusiasm, devotion, pride, initiative, teamwork, aggressiveness, determination, moral courage, integrity, camaraderie, and the burning desire to work with and for others towards excellence in common goals. For 248 years, Marines have fought and won whenever and wherever the nation calls, in the harshest conditions, over the most brutal terrain, and against the most formidable enemies. Marines defend the ideals of freedom with grit and tenacity. Although battlefields change and capabilities evolve, history proves that true victory comes from the individual Marine with skilled resolve, the drive to overcome any obstacle, and the warrior spirit to fight on against all odds. It takes that steadfast faithfulness, semper fidelis, to corps, country, and each other that abounds throughout our storied legacy. Marines today remain in combat, forward deployed throughout the world, confronting every challenge with courage, loyalty, and faithfulness. They are resolved to be the most ready when the nation is least ready. To defend freedom, anytime and anywhere. To stand ready to aid those devastated by natural disasters. To pay tribute to those who have forged our proud legacy, and to honor the families and loved ones who faithfully stand beside us. for the Marines of Company M, today marks the end of the 13-week recruit training cycle. They have marched countless miles at Camp Pendleton, as well as on this parade day, and have been trained as our all Marines as basic riflemen. In addition, due to an intensive physical training program, their strength and endurance have doubled since their arrival aboard the recruit depot. They are Marines, qualified to take their places in the ranks of the world's finest fighting organization. The platoons are now being aligned from left to right in order to get them in their exact positions for the parade. The next portion of the ceremony will be our national anthem. We welcome veterans and members of the armed forces to join us in rendering appropriate honors with a military salute. For guests who have not served in the military, it is proper etiquette during the national anthem to place their right hands over their hearts, and for those in the audience wearing headgear to remove it. Will the guests please rise for the presentation of the colors? Ladies and gentlemen, our national anthem. Please be seated. At the command, post the colors. The color guard moves into position within the parade. This signifies that the entirety of the parade has been formed and is ready to be presented to the command. Following the command, parade rest. The parade adjutant will give the command sound off, which signals the band to parade forward of the assembled Marines while playing military marching music. The parade adjutant now presents the assembled command to the commander of troops.
San Diego! All present for closure! Oh, shit! D! 3,269! All present!
Officer Center March. All unit commanders and baton bearers march to the front and center of the formation. Historically, it was at this point that commanding officers would issue orders and instructions to the unit commanders. Following this, the unit leaders would face about, return to their units, and pass the information along to their Marines.
Hey! Oh, hey! Hurry! Hey!
Throughout our nation's history, millions of men and women have earned the title United States Marine. Men who have helped shape our history join us here today. In keeping with the tradition of once a Marine, always a Marine, we would like to recognize them. At this time, those in the audience who have served as Marines, please rise. Ladies and gentlemen, a round of applause for their dedicated service to war and country. Thank you. Please be seated. Ladies and gentlemen, the battalion commander for 3rd Recruit Training Battalion, Lieutenant Colonel M. Matthew Phelps.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, family and friends, distinguished guests. On behalf of the Commanding General of Marine Corps Recruit Depot San Diego and the Western Recruiting Region, Brigadier General James Ryan, and the Commanding Officer of the Recruit Training Regiment, Colonel Peter Rumler, it is my pleasure to welcome you to the graduation ceremony for Company M. It is also my distinct pleasure to welcome today's parade reviewing official, Sergeant Major Matthew Phelps, a graduate of my company, but now serving as the Sergeant Major for the 1st Marine Division. You'll hear his impressive biography shortly. Sergeant Major, we're honored to have you with us today. Before I talk about the incredible young people that you came to see graduate, I'd like to acknowledge a few groups of people who made their success possible. First, let me recognize those impressive Marines you see wearing the distinctive green campaign covers. They are, of course, the legendary Marine Corps drill instructors. Drill instructors are the critical element in the transformation of civilians into United States Marines. From the moment a recruit arrives here, a drill instructor is with them 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, everywhere that they go. It takes a very special Marine to be a drill instructor, and these Marines are extraordinary. Their impact is permanent. Let's face it, of the thousands of people we meet in our lives, very few will leave a lasting impression. But every Marine will always remember the name, the face, and that gentle, loving voice of their drill instructor. Seated next to the reviewing stand this morning is another special group of people. These are the families of the officers and drill instructors of my company. These families know firsthand the time, dedication, and sacrifice that it takes to make Marines. They take on additional roles and responsibilities at home so that their Marines can be here focused on the mission. We couldn't do this without their love and support. Ladies and gentlemen, please give a round of applause to the families of my company. Now, every one of these Marines' journey began with one of the hard-working Marine Corps recruiters who canvassed the nation on their mission to enlist the next generation of Marines. Today, Marine Corps Recruiting Command is represented by Staff Sergeant Cordell Sherman of Recruiting Substation, Thousand Oaks, California. Staff Sergeant Sherman is a recruiter for today's company honor graduate, Lance Corporal Justin Wonders. It was Staff Sergeant Sherman who first recognized Lance Corporal Wonders' potential and offered him the opportunity to become a Marine. Staff Sergeant, congratulations. And finally, while most of recruit training happens down here in San Diego, recruits spend several weeks up north at Camp Pendleton with the talented instructors of Weapons and Field Training Battalion. There they learn essential combat and field skills, including marksmanship training, where they learn to engage targets with precision rifle fire at staggering distances, up to 500 yards out. Representing Weapons Field Training Battalion today is Sergeant Alejandro Rivero, who is the primary marksmanship instructor for the platoon with the highest shooting average, 3270. Sergeant, congratulations. Now let me talk about these amazing young people. They are truly some of the best this nation has to offer. When they arrived here, they were young and fit, 19 years old on average, and in better shape than most people their age. Over 99% of them were high school graduates, and 5 had already earned college degrees. Beyond that, they demonstrated a courage and commitment that few of their peers could muster when they raised their right hand and swore the solemn oath to support and defend the Constitution of the United States. They come from every corner of the globe, in this case 7 different countries: Ivory Coast, Kenya, the Philippines, Vietnam, and Guatemala. And some came from right across the street here in San Diego. But wherever they came from, it was a common goal that brought them together: the goal of becoming United States Marines. When these young people arrived here 3 months ago, they embarked on the world's most demanding entry-level training program. Since then, they've been rigorously tested. They've been trained and evaluated on the attributes that make Marines unique in the world. We've taught them battlefield-tested warfighting skills so that when this nation calls, these Marines will be ready for the fight. We've hardened them by developing their physical and mental toughness so that they'll never quit or give up against any odds. We've indoctrinated them in our core values of honor, courage, and commitment so that they will be Marines of exemplary character in peace or at war. And we've instilled in them a bias for intelligent action so that they will, as small unit leaders, be able to decide, act, and communicate in future operating environments in any time or place. I hope when you're reunited with your Marines, you notice a few changes. They should stand a little taller, look a little leaner. They should look you in the eye, and they'll probably use strange phrases like, "Yes, sir," "Yes, ma'am." You won't have to tell them to clean up after themselves or finish a meal, and I promise you, they know how to make their beds. But behind those things is what I'm most proud of. They've embraced our core values as their own. Their courage to push through blood, sweat, and tears, through physical, mental, emotional, and character transformation. They fully committed themselves to serving our Corps, and I am honored to serve alongside them. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm proud to present to you this morning 285 young people who can now and forever claim the title United States Marine. Now, if you'll excuse me for one moment, I'll address the formation one last time. Good morning, Marines! You hear that? That is pure pride. Pride in what they've accomplished and pride in the title that they've earned. Now, my company, I know when you arrived here several weeks ago, the furthest thing from your mind was standing here at graduation. More likely you were thinking, what in the world have I gotten myself into? And how do I get them to stop yelling at me? But here you stand, having accomplished something that most people would never dare attempt. When you get home this weekend on your well-deserved leave, people will be proud of you, as they should be. They'll look up to you. They'll be impressed and amazed at your transformation. Your friends will ask you how you did it. And when they ask you, I want you to take them for a walk right on down to your recruiter's office, because I promise drill instructors would love to meet your friends. Remember that with your new title comes responsibility. The world is a dangerous and chaotic place, and that is why we have you. The strength of the Corps doesn't come from any weapon system or piece of equipment, but from the war-fighting spirit of individual Marines working together as a team. The essence of war is a violent conflict of wills, of spirits. And so it is our spirit, our character that matters the very most. Our Corps' legacy of being first to fight and never giving up now rests with you for safekeeping. The Eagle Globe and Anchor we handed you as you finished the crucible represents that legacy. And for as long as you wear it, you will represent the entire history of our Corps and every Marine who came before you. Be proud of yourself. Be proud of what you've accomplished. Be proud of what you now represent. As you go forward in your lives and careers, be worthy of the title you've earned. On behalf of the officers, drill instructors, and all the support personnel here at Marine Corps Recruit Depot San Diego, let me be the first to wish you fair winds and following seas. Semper Fidelis, Marines, and welcome to our Corps.
Now taking their position in the reviewing area is today's parade reviewing official, Sergeant Major Matthew J. Faust, Sergeant Major, 1st Marine Division, Marine Corps Base Camp Pendleton, California. He is accompanied by Sergeant Major Orange A. Levy, Sergeant Major, Marine Corps Recruit Depot, San Diego and the Western Recruiting Region. Sergeant Major Faust is a native of Summit, New Jersey, and enlisted in the Marine Corps in April of 1995. Following recruit training aboard Marine Corps Recruit Depot, San Diego with Mike Company, he reported to Infantry Training Battalion, SOI West, and was designated an 0352 tow gunner. He has served in a variety of challenging billets in numerous commands to include Section Leader for Combined Anti-Armor Team Platoon, Weapons Company, 1st Battalion, 3rd Marines, 3rd Marine Division, Chief Instructor at Infantry Mortarman's Course, Headquarters Company First Sergeant at 1st Intelligence Battalion, 1st Marine Headquarters Group, Sergeant Major for 1st Battalion, 3rd Marines, Sergeant Major at Marine Corps Air Station, Kanohi Bay, Hawaii, and Command Senior Enlisted Leader at United States Marine Corps Forces, Korea. Sergeant Major Faust currently serves as Sergeant Major for 1st Marine Division. Sergeant Major Faust's personal awards include the Legion of Merit, the Purple Heart, the Meritorious Service Medal, the Navy Marine Corps Combination Medal with Combat Distinguishing Device, the Navy Marine Corps Achievement Medal, the Army Achievement Medal, the Combat Action Ribbon, and the Military Outstanding Volunteer Service Medal. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Sergeant Major Matthew J. Faust.
Command and review.
Aye, aye, sir.
The passing review is a tradition within all military units, allowing the unit commander to formally inspect the unit under their charge. recruit training here in the past 100 years and have departed San Diego for combat in conflicts around the world, including places whose names are immediately associated with Marine courage and dedication. Names such as Guadalcanal, Tarawa, Iwo Jima, Busan, Incheon, Chosin Reservoir, Quezon, Hue City, Lebanon, Grenada, Panama, Kuwait, Somalia, Fallujah, Ramadi, Marjan, Sangyan, and our most current operations worldwide. This parade deck is rich in history and tradition, and no Marine trained here ever forgets its sights and sounds. Ladies and gentlemen, as the national flag passes directly in front of you, please rise. Once it passes, you may be seated. And our regimental staff. And Platoon 3,269, Senior Drill Instructor Staff Sergeant as well as Wallace Sill. Platoon 3,207, Senior Drill Instructor Gunnery Sergeant Joshua E. Hall. Honor Platoon 3,271, Senior Drill Instructor Staff Sergeant Matthew Magana. 3,273. Follow Senior Chief Drill Instructor Staff Sergeant Rogelio Alvarez. Platoon 3,273. Senior Drill Instructor Staff Sergeant Peter Moore. Platoon 3,274. Senior Drill Instructor Staff Sergeant Jesse J. Gomez. Platoon 3,275. Senior Drill Instructor Staff Sergeant Alberto J. Torres Zamora. Ladies and gentlemen, if you turn to page 21 of your graduation pamphlets, you will find the Marines Hymn. The Marines Hymn has a history dating back to 1859 and has a long-standing tradition for Marines to face the direction of the music and stand at attention when it is heard. It is now directed that all Marines present and who have served honorably, and ladies and gentlemen, you are encouraged to join. Sing the words to the first verse as Marine Band San Diego performs Teachers Away, followed by the Marines Hymn. With the guests, please rise. Thank you. Please be seated. The Marine Corps' uniqueness and strength as an elite fighting force is directly attributable to the magnificent efforts of the drill instructors and company officers who train and supervise the recruits. That is the qualities of spirit and discipline, the heart and soul of every have been developed, nurtured, and ingrained in recruits through observance and relationship with their drill instructors and officers. Recruit training is the very foundation of the Corps. Each year, Recruit Training provides thousands of America's finest young men and women with the basic knowledge and skills to function in a profession characterized by its own set of high values and tough standards. The most important thing we do in the Marine Corps is keep Marines. The individual Marine is the Corps. That is what we do here. For the Marines graduating today, the long, arduous journey of the last 13 weeks is but a small step into the future of the Marine Corps. As they prepare to build a rank of our Corps, they do so with unquestionable support for the high ideals and standards of the United States of America and the United States Marine Corps. Although Company A prepares for the final dismissal of boot camp, their initial training is not over. Soon after graduation, they report to the School of Infantry in Pendleton, California, where they will continue to be trained to serve as an effective member of the Marine Rifle Squad. The intense initial training that every Marine undergoes is designed to instill the fundamental premise that every Marine is a rifleman. Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, we would like to introduce to you the Marines responsible for ensuring the success of the difficult transition required to become a Marine. The company commander is Captain Megan E. Sakura. The company first sergeant is Gunnery Sergeant Grace S. Gomez. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in a round of applause for the company staff of Company F. The next portion of the ceremony will be the traditional function of retiring the guidons. The guidons have been carried by the platoon throughout recruit training and are being retired to symbolize the disbanding of platoons. All similar units in the Marine Corps carry such guidons, which identify the unit or a source of pride to each individual member. Note that the honor of carrying these guidons is bestowed upon those Marines who display outstanding leadership qualities, motivation, and character, and were selected as the platoon honor graduates. The platoon honor graduates compete for the titles of series and company honor graduate. They are considered the top Marines graduating today and have demonstrated the highest potential for future leadership and responsibility in the Marine Corps. The guidons will now be returned to the drill instructors. The honor graduates will now be presented a plaque by the battalion commander, Lieutenant Colonel M. Matthew Phelps, and the company first sergeant for Lima Company, First Sergeant Julio A. Guayo. Ladies and gentlemen, please hold your applause until all honor graduates have been recognized.
Present arms. Order arms.
The undergraduate for platoon 3269 is Private First Class Elizabeth E. Sadler from Elk City, Oklahoma. The undergraduate for platoon 3270 and the company undergraduate is Lance Corporal Justin D. Wonders from Newberry Park, California. Lance Corporal Wonders is also the recipient of the Chesty Puller Award for his outstanding meritorious performance while in recruit training. The undergraduate for platoon 3271 is Private First Class Joseph I. Green from Visalia, California. The undergraduate for platoon 3273 is Private First Class Jalen R. Bush from Marion, Indiana. The undergraduate for platoon 3274 and the series undergraduate is Private First Class Jacob A. Costal from Kearney, Nebraska. And the undergraduate for platoon 3275 is Private First Class Brian A. Stedman from Pretty Perry, Kansas. Ladies and gentlemen, the undergraduates of Company M. The company first sergeant will now give the command to the senior drill instructors to dismiss their platoons. Needless to say, this will be the most welcome command they have received throughout recruit training.
Senior drill instructor! Dismiss your platoon!
Ladies and gentlemen, As a reminder, please do not cross the parade deck and utilize the far ends. Pick up any trash around you and utilize all of these receptacles. Please start making your way toward the marker box, utilizing the walkway behind the bleachers and go behind the yellow curtain. Your Marine has been briefed on meeting you in the parking lot behind the yellow curtain. Please keep in mind the level of training your Marine has received and afford the same opportunities to those in training by removing any congestion in the walkway behind the bleachers. Please do not take any photos or videos of recruits in training. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, please do not cross the parade and do not cross in front of the reviewing area.